We here at Mayhem Media understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get, suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the U.S.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mayhem Media proudly brings to you the podcast champions of the world. I am the last outlaw, Saul Goode. That is the one and only Connor Clarkson. How you doing today, boss?
Yeah, doing good. How are you?
I am ready to get right into our SummerSlam predictions for the night. This is an Into the Barricade special, pre-pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it these days. We are going to throw out our predictions and our picks for who wins what match and possibly a few surprises throughout the evening. So tune in with us for about the next half hour or so. Make sure you like and subscribe, smash that share button, get it out there as fast as we can, people. Roll the graphics, big dog.
Should we go straight into the first match?
Let's go straight into the first match. Or our first prediction. Drew versus Punk. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to watch Drew McIntyre kick CM Punk's head right off his shoulders. I am predicting another torn tricep. Well, I'm going to call even if CM Punk wins, he's out for 5 months with injury, just based on 2 years of track record.
This is true, but with everything that's going on, I'd say CM Punk's going to bring a different side to the match.
With the history that CM Punk and Seth Rollins have, I cannot see Seth Rollins counting a 3 count for him. I can honestly see a scenario where CM Punk has this match won, Seth counts the 2 and gets halfway down and hits that little weasel smile and stomps on his head. And Drew picks up the pin.
See, how do we think Seth is actually feeling having to referee a match with 2 people that he cannot physically stand?
Oh God, he's got to be in a position like hell, but we all know there's personal beef between Seth and CM Punk. That goes beyond in-ring competition. That goes into, I mean, you can go look up interviews. Keep that cancer away from here.
Yeah, I think everyone remembers that glorious interview. But
It was fantastic.
Speaking of positions, what is your position for Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan?
Erect.
Brother, this is meant to be PG.
No, it's not. This is Mayhem Media. I will say Mommy comes out on top here in dominant fashion. I think Liv has bit off a little more than she can chew here. Unless Dominic's with Liv.
See, right, where do we think Dominic's actually going to be in terms of which side is he choosing?
Let me ask you this, Connor. Which side would you choose?
Don't put me on the spot like that, brother. I mean, if this was completely up to me, I'd take both at the same time.
I mean, I feel that's the only appropriate answer here. I would say I'd have to pick Rhea because she'd beat me up. I feel like I could take Liv Morgan if it came down to it. Rhea probably put me in the ground, bro. Damn. All right, Ron, I get it. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
But here's the thing.
Tell me you could beat Rhea Ripley in a street fight. No, you couldn't.
I mean, I could probably beat Liv Morgan in a street fight.
That's what I'm saying. I could take Liv Morgan. I don't think I could take Rhea.
But here's the thing, and I am pissed they didn't run part 2 to this. A custody.
Oh, are you referring to what I think you're referring to?
A custody of a ladder match for Dominic.
Why? Oh my God! I
Why
can't believe they missed this. I can't believe they missed this opportunity. A custody of Dominic ladder match part 2. Has it been? It's been almost 20 years. 15
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, because was it SummerSlam 05?
I think it was. I actually think it was 04.
No,
I'm not. I mean, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time.
20 years.
I remember being convinced, though, that Eddie Guerrero really was Dom's dad. And now I'm not convinced Eddie Guerrero isn't Dom's dad. The mullet and the mustache, bro. It's just too much.
The mullet works.
And he's got mommy and he's Latino heat. Like, is nobody picking up on this besides me?
And then you've got Dominic and Liv Morgan.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Brilliant photo, by the way.
I never thought I would utter these words in the same sentence, but I kind of feel bad for Dominic Mysterio right now.
See, I wish I was Dominic Mysterio right now.
I don't. I'm good.
But speaking of Judgment Day, if I can find where I was.
Oh yeah.
Damian Priest versus the Ring Gotta Go Gunther.
I think Gunther is going to beat the absolute piss out of Damian Priest. And Damian Priest is going to lose via DQ and retain the title to keep this feud going a little longer. Because I think there's some gas here, man. There's some gas on this one. Gunther and Priest. I've been watching Priest since he was Punishment Martinez in Ring of Honor, man. It's this dude's time to shine. But friggin' Gunther, man, I still can't get over how comfortable I am calling him Gunther with how pissed I was when they changed his name.
That's the thing, because I still remember him from the days of Walter.
See, you got to watch him in his prime before we ever got any word of him over here. Like, dude, I remember showing people videos of Walter. Like, you want to see a dude's soul leave his body?
But that's the thing, we've had him
Walter versus Ilya Dragunov is, to this day, one of the most hard-hitting matches I've ever seen in my life.
100%. But keeping on the theme with Drew McIntyre, not Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest.
Sheamus.
Bro, don't throw me off.
Too bad. Damian Priest.
I told you in strict confidentiality, I woke up about half an hour ago. Do not throw me off.
Yes. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Go.
See, that's the thing. I've got Gunther on this, getting top side, but Damian Priest losing to DQ, so he's still got the title.
It only makes sense because I can't see them. Gunther has been far too dominant, and I can't see them. I can't say I can't because I've seen dumber things, but I swear to God, if Damian Priest wins with a friggin' distraction roll-up tonight, I'm going to lose it.
See,
I'm also kind of feeling like someone in Judgment Day gets involved, probably JD McDonough, with how much Damian Priest hates him, and it's going to save Damian Priest the match, and he is going to call out, no, we don't do it like that. Like, I want Gunther one-on-one, no one else. I think that would go a long way to establish this run for Damian Priest.
now, here's the thing. If, and I'm saying if, Gunther wins and Liv wins for those two Judgment Day matches, what actually happens to Judgment Day?
That's the real question.
What would happen? Because they've not got the tag titles anymore.
Nope. They would be out the world title, no women's title.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, if they've got no titles, where do they go?
I mean, the obvious answer is after the titles, but are they going to be able to... Can they coexist, Cole? Will they be able to play nice together?
That's the thing. Can they, though?
I don't think they have been for a while.
Because, let's be honest, Dom was almost going to get kicked out of Judgment Day for that shit with Liv.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is probably the most viewed storyline of my YouTube history at this point. Just Dominic and Liv.
Totally unrelated to SummerSlam, but if you guys have not been down a Joe Hendry rabbit hole yet, I highly encourage that. That is some quality entertainment, and I'm so happy to see this dude getting a national spotlight.
Yeah, because he's doing amazing in TNA, and he's now being slowly introduced to WWE.
Yeah, it was nice. He had a concert at Great American Bash. Like, come on, that's great.
Like a live Joe Hendry concert.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I don't know about you. What do we got next up on the match card?
Next up on the match card, we have Nia Jax versus Bayley.
This is going to be a tough one. I mean, I feel like Nia dominates Bayley easily.
See,
but
does
Tiffany's
Nia
going to come into play here somewhere?
See, does Nia do what she normally does and injure every single person she's been in a match with?
Well, I mean, if track records speak for themselves, yes.
I mean, just look at CM Punk. The man got injured in a Royal Rumble.
Imagine if you put CM Punk in the ring with Nia Jax. He'd be dead. I'm just saying.
Okay, so that's now an image I'm not going to get out of my head.
Remember when she entered the Royal Rumble? She would have killed him.
And got RKO'd by Randy Orton.
That was great.
It was just brilliant. It's like, Randy was the person to do that, though.
Well, yeah, it's Randy. Yes. I think Nia dominates Bayley. I think Bayley somehow squeaks out the win, and Tiffy comes and cashes in.
Shit, I forgot that she didn't cash in yet.
No, she's been teasing the hell out of it. I can't see her cashing in on Nia. That's the biggest thing. And, like, the only thing I can think of is Nia wins, and Tiffy comes out with Nia as the champion, and her and Bayley beat the living piss out of Nia Jax, and then she cashes in.
And yeah, even the boss says that Punk could be dead.
Yeah, he'd snap himself in half. There's no way in hell. The dude couldn't jump over a guardrail without breaking his ankle. Couldn't get thrown over the top rope without tearing a tricep. He ain't taking a bump from Nia Jax.
His whole injury track record run speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We were meant to have him at Mania. That got
Nia clears CM Punk. End of story.
Yeah.
I think actually this match ends one way or the other with Tiffany Stratton walking out as champion.
See, I don't think Bayley's going to keep the title, so it's either going to go to Nia Jax or, like you said, the cash-in.
Yeah, I can't see them doing a Carmella with the briefcase where she held it for so long before she cashed in. I think this is going to be a quick one.
And speaking of quick ones, LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Who you got?
LA Knight. Yeah. I think LA Knight's in his head. I think he's a better performer. I think he's more well-rounded. I think Logan Paul's a little out of the game right now. I think he's a little more worried about other things than he should be. I hope LA Knight drives the prime truck to the ring tonight. Stone Cold Steve Austin style.
Yes. See, I've got LA Knight winning this because the dude needs a title run.
The fact that he hasn't had one is a travesty. In any sort. Could have been Intercontinental, could have been US, but
Like, what more can he do?
Yeah.
Without getting a title.
I mean, I've always been a firm believer of you don't need a title to get over, but at the same time, like, the dude is already over.
Now he just needs a title.
What are we doing? Yeah, now he needs the title. This is what we do now. You put the title on him and see what he can do. Does he still draw? Is he still the man? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. What do you think the outrageous social media spot Logan Paul does? We've seen it with the Frog Splash, we've seen the Royal Rumble spots. What do we think is going to be the outrageous social media spot?
I don't think there's going to be an outrageous social media spot. I think there's going to be an outrageous social media statement. And I'm going to go out on a limb and guess Logan Paul comes out shadow boxing after the Olympic controversies yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. Like, he's put the statements out on Twitter with it. Like,
Master of Merc, I agree. LA Knight does need to go over tonight. They've been pushing him hard. He needs gold. He needs to... Oh, I'd love a squash match. I would love a squash match. But I also don't want to see them bury Logan Paul. God, I never thought I'd say those words. The dude is so much better than I ever gave him credit for. He's talented. He just needs to learn to be a system player. But you know how they are. I guess I don't know how it runs with Triple H these days. I don't know if they're so mass produced and scrutinized like they used to be under Vince. I couldn't tell you.
This is the thing. We're definitely seeing new ideas come from Triple H.
Yes, never in a million years did I think I would see WWE working with TNA openly.
Never in a million years did I think CM Punk was going to come back to WWE.
I didn't think CM Punk was coming back to wrestling, plain and simple. I didn't expect CM Punk to come back to AEW. I didn't expect to come back from any of his injuries. And I'm pretty sure he picks up another one tonight.
Actually, I've just thought of something that could happen. CM Punk's entrance for his match, he walks down with AJ Lee.
I hadn't even considered, bro. And they've been teasing the hell out of her, too.
Yeah.
She come out walking Larry. Bro.
Stranger things have
solid. That honestly, if CM Punk comes out with AJ Lee, I'm picking CM Punk to win that match. Fragile Phil gonna tear his quads.
Fragile Phil, Pepsi Phil.
He is a big Kevin Nash fan. He is a big Kevin Nash fan, so he probably might tear some quads in his honor.
Oh, can he please do the double quad like Vince?
Oh, God. That is still one of the funniest things I ever saw, and then just sit in the corner barking orders.
Yep.
You're the man. I don't care. Vince McMahon as a person. Vince McMahon as a character.
That sounds like something that I'd probably do. Try and get in the ring and just blow both my quads.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like something I would do. And that's why I don't get in the ring unless I'm announcing.
And speaking of announcing, aren't you doing some announcing work for WFU?
Oh, yeah. I actually was going to announce the WFU. Myself, along with a consortium of concerned individuals in the Midwest here, have decided that we think we might be able to do it a little better than some of the people out here, and we're going to give it a whirl. So Wrestle Friends United, October 4th, Carpenter, Iowa, makes its debut. We have a match card posted. We'll definitely get links out here. Thank you to Mayhem Media for helping sponsor us. Thank you to everyone else helping sponsor us, and we look forward to a long and fruitful partnership. Yeah, it's going to be an adventure, and who knows? We just might get the one and only over to the U.S. here for a match or two. Who knows?
I'm not saying nothing yet. You'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know. Raw bean footage. Next match.
So the next match we've got is gonna be probably a good hard hitting one for this person.
Oh
Sami
my
Zayn versus
God.
Braun Breaker.
I'm in the same position with Braun Breaker right now. I'm in with LA Knight, but at the same time, dude, Sami Zayn is on fire.
See, the man's finally got a title that he needed.
And he's had a solid run. His matches are great. He is over. He is... I ain't gonna lie. Sami Zayn is everything I thought he wasn't going to be 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Once Sami Zayn started feeling Uzi, that was my boy right there. Like, in that moment, he completely changed. Like, it clicked in that moment for him what he was doing as a character. And it has been on since.
The Bloodline storyline, he's definitely been given.
Oh, God. So good.
Wait, is he included on the Bloodline graphics? Let's see.
Is
he actually
yes,
is
he
standing
is.
behind Paul Heyman?
The honorary Oos.
See, that promo where he was just like, he's not feeling very oozy. I popped for days.
Oh, dude, I popped so hard. So hard.
Like, I popped for days on end with that.
Oh, yeah. I still laugh every time I think about it. Like, I will tell people in real life I'm not feeling oozy today. And if they don't get it, they can't be my friend.
Brilliant. Just
those aren't my people.
Brilliant. Well, speaking of OC and bloodlines, or make your own bloodline, we have Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed title, and it's been announced that it's Bloodline rules. Who you
I'm
got?
gonna tell you right. I have two scenarios on how this turns out. I feel a Roman Reigns return coming tonight. The question is, whose side is Roman on? Whose side is he on?
See, here's the thing, it's like, he had the original bloodline. He had the original bloodline, so it's like, does he side with Usos, or does he go back to Solo because he made Solo the new tribal chief?
He made him the temporary tribal chief in his absence.
See, that's the thing, he made them the temporary tribal chief. So we knew that a return was going to be at some point going to happen. And Master of Merc, which tribal chief are we talking about? Are we talking about the actual one, or are we talking about the cosplay one?
There's only one tribal chief, brother.
And it's Roman Reigns.
The Rock! No, honestly, how I see this match playing out is I think it is honestly going to be a solid back and forth. I think as soon as Cody gets a definitive upper hand, we start getting run-ins from the bloodline. I believe that once that happens, we are going to get a if you smell, and The Rock is going to come out and put Cody Rhodes in the ground. And at 2.5, Roman's music hits. And Roman comes back and levels house and reminds people why he is Roman Reigns, why he was a 1,000+ day champion, why he is everything everybody said he wasn't going to be as well. We all know Paul don't like Solo.
This is very true, and it's like, do we see Zilla Fatu make his debut?
If you guys don't know about Zilla Fatu, I highly suggest you do some research, because if you didn't know about Jacob Fatu, I'm sure you're pleasantly surprised with what you're seeing. Some of us have been watching the Samoan Werewolf for 5 or 6 years now through his MLW run, but Zilla Fatu is the best way I can describe this dude is if Hardcore Holly and Umaga had a baby. You don't want none of Zilla Fatu. And if Roman brings Zilla with him, gets the Usos back, and we get Roman, Zilla, and the Usos versus Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa, I'm tuning in 10 times a week, twice a day. That is literally a dream feud for me. I never thought we were going to get Jacob Fatu in WWE. Never. And now we got Zilla in Cleveland currently.
Like, how does he pull that moonsault off? Like, the man should not move like that.
Well, that's the other part is people don't realize he's lost 100 pounds. Like,
yeah,
he used to be a lot, maybe not 100, but he used to be a lot bigger than he is now.
Yeah, he used to be close to what, 350, 400?
I conservatively say 3 for sure. I think he was like 335, 340 at one point. But yeah, he was, when he had the dreads and the bandana, and oh man, he was bad. It's like I don't get to talk about MLW often, but that war with him and Richard Holiday and the wars with him and Alex Hammerstone, bro, Jesus. That's another one. Like, I know Hammerstone signed to TNA, and I can't wait to see him in a WWE ring. Alex Hammerstone is Vince McMahon's wet dream, and I understand Vince McMahon is gone now, but there are still an entire generation of people that can't not think that way because that's all they were ever presented with. It's you and me are a different generation, and I'm always surprised at how well we see things the same way. Because you were raised in a world where WWE was the only game in town. I grew up in the tape trader days. I grew up watching WCW, WWF, ECW, New Japan, whatever I could get on friggin' VHS from the local stores, dude. Friends that would record matches off of tapes from friends that they borrowed and have 6-8 hour mashups on VHS tapes. And I honestly think that's the booking problem with AEW, just to throw it out there.
The problem with AEW is
Tony's a tape trader. He doesn't know how to tell a story.
They have too
many chefs in the kitchen.
And the boss is saying WCW for life.
Hey, you know me. I'm all about the for life.
Especially for life.
Bro, I can't get over it. But I really do think we get returns of both The Rock and Roman Reigns tonight. I think we get a debuting Zilla Fatu. And God, Zilla Fatu with Roman Reigns would be, for lack of a better word, terrifying. And I am with you, Merc. I probably would pop harder for Paul Heyman than I would The Rock. But
this is very true. And it's like,
dude,
are they setting up for like a Bloodline War Games?
They have to be. They have to be. I didn't even consider Bloodline War Games, bro. Now I'm invested. Now I am invested. I was invested to begin with. Now I've sold all my stocks and everything else and put those in there too.
See, sometimes I can be more than a suit wearing, wheelchair driving son of a bitch.
Sometimes, but usually not. Oh, yeah. 100% need to see that match. That is, it's fantasy booking at its finest right there, sir.
We need to do an episode of Into the Barricade for fantasy booking.
I think that's a genius idea. A Forbidden Door fantasy warfare.
Like, that would be, like, we've got, because obviously next year we'll have AEW's Forbidden Door as well.
It's like, as much as I want to say I want to see Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins, it's hot in Ring of Honor. And it was a triple threat with Bryan Danielson. If you haven't seen it, free on YouTube, look it up. Banger. Tyler Black versus Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. I think it was either Final Battle or Death Before Dishonor. And it was a banger of a match.
Yeah. Easily 5 stars.
Easily. 7 in the Tokyo Dome. Maybe 8.
Fuck it. Just round it up and go 10.
I thought this was a family show, Connor. Goodness. All right. With that being said, we got 1 minute till Survivor Series goes live. I need to be there. You need to be there. Thank you for tuning in to Into the Barricade. I am Saul Goode. That is the one and only Connor Clarkson. You guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. We here at Mayhem Media understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get, suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the U.S.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.